Hey guys, SpacePigguArt here, and today I am doing gouache again. I think that was my last video, so I'm kind of doing that quite a lot at the moment, which, I don't know, it's fun. I don't know if it's something that you guys like seeing that much, but I definitely enjoy playing around with gouache and trying new things, so this is kind of a fun one for me. Yeah, the actual composition of this is a little bit different. I wanted to do more body, and this is kind of how that turned out. I'm actually pretty happy with it. Gouache is a bit weird and hard to work with sometimes, but I think this turned out pretty well. The basic concept I had for this was a woman with lots of very bright tattoos. I don't think the tattoos ended up being super bright. They were more just like a dark, deep purple kind of colour, I think. But yeah, I'm still pretty fond of it. As you can see, the colours turn out a little uneven. Some of it dries very dark, some of it dries quite light. So I just try and add a lot of variation into all of it so that it all kind of blends together a little better. As usual, I'm shading and adding details and highlights with kind of unconventional colours. I really enjoy using like those kind of cherry reds, and I think I use some just straight yellow ochre, and oh, there must be some other colours in there. I think I use a little bit of purple and a little bit of green as well, but I don't show all of that because I painted for a long time and I recorded this in shifts, and it still ended up being an awful lot of footage, so yeah, what can you do? But yeah, the face I think turned out quite a bit brighter than the rest of the body. I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but it did, so yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those things, I guess. I also had quite a lot of trouble getting colours to really like layer nicely. Layering lighter colours is difficult because they always dry darker, and sometimes they dry so much darker than you think they're going to, and it's so frustrating. So that was a bit of a thing I had to struggle with, but you know, it turned out alright. Another thing that I'm kind of in the habit of doing, I don't know if it's a good thing, but when I use gouache, I tend to mix up like a big lot of one colour, but I also mess around with it a bit while I'm painting, which means that it never comes out completely even, and I kind of like that. It makes it a bit more easy to then just add loads of different colours in the shadows and have everything just kind of blend reasonably nicely, I guess. It might just be me being a bit crazy, but yeah, no, I think it works nicely, especially for hair. I really like adding more yellows in some areas and more reds in others, and just seeing how it turns out. Yeah, so this kind of style is one I've been doodling in a lot recently, same as the last one really, but I've taken it a little bit further this time because, you know, gotta try new stuff. One thing I will say is I feel like my gouache painting comes out a lot less messy than my sketching, which makes a lot of sense. But it means that I don't have all of like these flyaways in the hair, and I kind of feel like that's a shame. I really like the way that lots of wispy flyaway hairs look in a piece. Might just be me again, but I do really enjoy that style, but I never seem to paint it. I guess because I can't get the same really fine lines as I can with a biro. Who knows? But yeah, yeah, hair, I'm just pretty much doing what I did in my last video. I try to add some decent variation, make it interesting and wavy and all that stuff. But yeah. There's not really a huge amount to say. I do limit my colour palette a little bit more in this. I try to mainly use browns, but I vary how red or how yellow the browns are. But I don't try and mess around too much because there's a lot of colours going on in the body and with the tattoos, and I didn't want the hair to stand out too much. And on the topic of tattoos, I'm beginning them. Yeah, it's that kind of purpley colour. I think it ends up drying a little bit darker than it's looking, which gouache tends to do. But yeah, the tattoos don't have any specific meaning in and of themselves. I just really wanted to do something where someone had all of these interesting, bright, cool tattoos. That's pretty much the main thing going on here. Yeah, I just like it, really, honestly. I just thought it was a fun idea. That's usually how I am with art. I don't often have a lot of symbolism. I just have ideas that I build on a bit and then paint and or sketch or whatever it might be. Yeah, I tried pretty hard not to have the two arm tattoos be identical as well, but like I wanted them to be similar enough that they didn't look ridiculous next to each other. But yeah, we're coming up towards the end of the video now, so thank you very, very much for watching. If you want to follow me on social media, it's all in the description box as usual. Yeah, I'm SpacePigguArt on everything. All of the stuff I use. I don't have a Snapchat, but I have like all of the usual things: Tumblr, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and obviously a YouTube where you are now, where you might want to subscribe or just comment or leave a like, any of that stuff if you feel like it, if you feel like it was a decent video and you enjoyed watching it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So thank you very, very much for watching, and yeah, goodbye!